Alright YouTube, what is going on? It is ConflctNerd Callum here today, bringing you another episode of my Force of Nature series. So we have Dory here. Dory is in Dory's house, I guess, Dory's pen, which is pretty cool. So Dory's a chicken, if you don't know. If you did miss the last episode, then highly recommend going ahead and checking that one out. Dory, I managed to tame part of a quest which I needed to do, and we're going to be getting some food from Dory this episode, because that is something that we definitely need to go ahead and just start to stockpile food going forward, pretty much. So let's go ahead and actually look at the quest. So at the end of the last episode we leveled up, and if this is the first time you've seen this game, then basically at this stage anyway you want to go ahead and sort of just complete quests to go ahead and level up, and the more levels you gain, the more unlocks you get. That's the bottom line. So we've got 3 new quests today which I want to go ahead and complete. For that though, we're going to need a lot of resources. So we need to create a cooking table which is going to be able to fry eggs and bread, which will be great. We'll be able to get eggs from Dory, hopefully, if Dory cooperates, that is. Along with that we have get an egg, which not 100% sure how you do this. I mean, I don't know if Dory just starts popping them out her ass, or do not forget to feed the animals and they will give you resources. Right, so we need to build a well for that. And then the other quest is it's harvest time, so I need to get a well, I need to get seed beds, and I need to get wheat. So I do have wheat seeds already, I believe, here in my inventory, which is fine. So, and we have some wheat as well, but I have to grow some. Seed beds will be a really good thing going forwards. However, I don't think, I'm pretty sure they require a lot of resources. So let's start in this crafting table today, and let's go ahead and see what we can actually make ourselves. So I'm assuming that's construction for seed beds. What do we need? Actually, it looks like we already have what we require, so we're going to go ahead and probably build 3 of these seed beds actually. So let's go ahead and select these, and let's just build them all in a row, probably along here, to be honest. So I actually have the I don't quite have the resources to build another one. I think I just need some more dirt, maybe, or more soil. Yes, I need 10 more soil and that'll be fine. Along with that, I think simultaneously I'm going to go ahead and start creating more planks, because I've got a feeling we're going to need a lot of planks today. Just, if we're doing a lot of building, planks is like just one of those like fundamental ingredients, if you know what I mean. So definitely think it's a good idea to go ahead and have some planks. So we'll go ahead and do that. To build a well, that's my next thing on my list as well. So what about construction and a well? So yeah, planks, nails, which I believe I need to go get more. To be fair, actually, I can make copper ingots out of copper coins, which is pretty cool. So recipes, I don't have enough copper coins though, and I can get glowing embers easy enough. That's the thing, it's literally just a chain effect now. It's literally a chain effect. So let's go ahead and start creating some glowing embers, please, very quickly. And what I need to do is I basically just need to go ahead and run around and collect a lot of resources. So I've found what I'm looking for, which is good. There's also a lot of different kinds of food around here, which is good. So I'm very quickly just going to go ahead and harvest this. And what my plan really is to do with this series is I'm going to wrap up after this episode for the time being, because I've pretty much done everything that I can do actually in this game already, to be honest. It's just going ahead and just building new stuff, which, to be honest, isn't that exciting unless there's like better hunting which supports it, if you know what I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to dip out of this series for a bit. I'll probably bring it back maybe in a few months, maybe when there's more updates. This game is just in its like very early stages, so I'm sure there's so much more planned for it. I just wanted to jump on and see how it is, and right now it's not a bad game. It's really not a bad game, but it just needs that addiction factor, I think. One, I can't find myself playing this for more than like an hour at a time, whereas like Transport Fever I could live in for like 3 or 4 hours. It's just insane, that game. It's just got it's got that really good addiction factor, which I think this game needs to find, and it will find it when, like, I guess they get rid of like some of the bullshit, like the bullshit aspects being the hunting, because I really don't think there's a bear over there, top right corner. Holy shit. They need to get rid of that. They need to like perfect that, because that is just honestly like utter bullshit, to be honest. Along with that, they need to go ahead and just add some more stuff in, I think, and just make it that you're not always going off and collecting resources, because that's literally what I find myself doing, just going away, collecting resources, and then building, and then just repeating that whole process over and over again. So don't really feel I'm getting to adventure too much or anything. I feel it's just all lean towards quests, so it'd be good if they could diverse away from that going forward. Once an update does come out, I'll probably go ahead and maybe play a few more episodes, and just, so this series will go over a year, for example. but just come back every now and then, but only have maybe 15 episodes by the time we get to the end of the year. Interestingly, this is actually iron ore, it's not copper ore, so I don't know if this has the same effect. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest, but iron I can go ahead and make armor out of. I do know that if I want to. I don't really need to though, unless I'm going ahead and attacking the bear, which I don't really know where the bear's. Oh, there's the bear. I'm not going in there. It looks like a sort of pit, to be honest, so I'll probably just stay out there. Holy shit. Holy shit, by the way, like, did you hear that? That was it must have been the bear roaring, like, Jesus Christ, I absolutely shat myself there. So if I had webcam on, you would have had a good reaction there, you really would have. One thing I would like to see them as well do is just go ahead and change the camera angle up a bit. That would just make my life a little bit easier. I don't actually mind this camera angle, like, once you get used to it, it's fine, but just going forward, I think it'd be good to be able to go ahead and just have that much more free cam like you get in maybe a game like Raft or Rust, you know, so you can go ahead and actually see better like what you're building, what angles, that sort of stuff, because this is good, but what happens if I want to see if there's like more animals in the distance? Like, I can't really do that without moving quite a lot, so that's just the frustrating thing, which I'd love to see them change. Anyway, I've found some copper ore here, which is good, so I'm going to go ahead and mine some of this and then return back to camp. So I'm now back at camp, so it's time to go ahead and get the show on the road. So right now in the furnace I've got 2 copper ingots coming along. Those will be used to make nails. I've got planks created, ropes have just been created, which is good, so we can go ahead and use that for future builds. We're going to go ahead and create this remaining seedbed now, because I do have the necessary soil, so we'll just go ahead and create you right there. So they're all grouped together side by side, which is nice. On top of that, we can go ahead and hopefully start to work on some of the other stuff. So a cooking table. So I need to go ahead and... This is going to be a little bit difficult. This is really going to be difficult. So let's go into building, construction, and let's go into... Where's cooking table? So cooking table, I need nails, which is coming in. I need jugs. So how do we get jugs? I believe that is an item on the fire. So if we jump over here to the fire and jugs... Yep, we can, though I think we're going to need a lot more clay, because we can only make 1 and we need 5. So I get clay from the ground, so I can easily go ahead and get as much clay as possible. So that is that jug done, which is good, so we'll go ahead and take that, and I'll get some more clay in a second. So let's go ahead and take these 2 ingots, let's go ahead and jump over to the anvil, and let's go ahead and get myself some nails, because that's really badly what I need. So that's going to create me 20 nails, which I still don't know if that's going to be enough, to be honest, but we do have iron, which we can go ahead and smelt, and I don't know if that will allow me to have, or create nails even, but I should be able to create nails. I don't see why it wouldn't be able to, so again, we just need to go ahead and get some more. I need a lot more glowing embers, to be honest. Let's go ahead and get this on the go. Let's get about 30 of yous, just to stockpile there. So we need to go ahead and start planting off some seeds. So let's go ahead and do that now. So we've got our 3 seed beds here, which we can go ahead and create more if we do have the resources, and we need to plant wheat. So for this, I need wheat seeds, which I've got on water. Water we'll get from the well when we eventually create the well. So how do we create the well? Well, that's an interesting story. Absolutely awful pun there. We just need more nails actually, and then we get the well underway, which is good. I'm definitely going to need a lot more nails, like so much more nails. So we now have enough for a well though, which is a good. So let's go ahead and jump into a well, and let's go ahead and create you, and let's create you about there. So everything's sort of going in a circle around Dory eventually. That's really what I want. Going forward, I think we will need to create another hut of branches, just because this hut's not big enough to store a crafting table, a cooking table. Like, I can't get up the side here, unfortunately, so I can imagine a cooking table probably requires some cover as well, so not going to work out the best there. Anyway, that well's going to take a little bit of time to get its work on. We can go ahead and take some of these embers, and I just want to see as soon as possible, really, if we can go ahead and create nails out of iron ingots. So we'll go ahead and get one of yous on the go. You won't take too long. So aside from that, really we just need to go ahead and wait. I can go ahead and probably get jugs on the go as well, actually. So I'm just very quickly going to gather some more resources. Anyway, so this well is finally connected, which is good. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, so this gives us like, oh, does this automatically just give us, it looks like it does. So we've got 3 water, and it's just going to continuously give us water, which is pretty cool. Oh, that's really smart actually. So we now have 4 water, so we can go ahead and get some of these seeds planted. So let's jump over here to seed bed, let's plant, and let's go for wheat. And we have the seeds, we have the water, so we're all good to go there. So Don't know how long it's going to take. If it only just goes up to 100, then it's actually going to be really quick to go ahead and get all this stuff planted and grown. Maybe getting another seed bed would help going forward, to be honest, but I mean that's already at 15%, so that is really not going to take long at all. Do I have the resources to create another seed beds? I need more soil, and a lot more soil, which is something that I can't really be bothered doing right now. So let's actually just go back to the quest log and see where we're at. So right now we are in the process of creating wheat, which is good, so we just need to wait for crops to grow and then replant. We have enough seeds, which is fine. Guess an egg. So for this, don't forget you need to feed the animals and give water. So we can go ahead and do that now. So Dory, we're coming in. Close the gate behind us. I just don't want Dory to escape. You know, like I love Dory so much that me and Dory, we just can't be separated. So I don't think Dory minds it in here, and eventually I will extend the pen, don't worry. Right, so let's go ahead and see what you have to offer. So I want to go ahead and feed you, so I have fed you 2 wheat seeds and a water, and eventually at 100% you're going to give me an egg, and interestingly the egg doesn't fall out, it comes into this inventory here, which I find quite strange to be honest, but I mean it works, and at least it means that I won't miss the egg, which is pretty cool, so that works, that won't take too long, and that'll be that quest complete, get an egg, which is good. And then the final quest which we'll need to complete today is create a cooking table, and I really don't think I'm anywhere near that one to be honest. Jump back in here, cooking table. Yeah, we got a lot. We need nails, we need jugs, and we need planks, and that is something which I can work towards definitely. I think I have most of the resources for that, but we might need to go ahead and give myself some more. Anyway, so we're going to start off with, I need another 18 planks, so I just want to conserve my wood right now to be honest, just because it's such a hassle going ahead and chopping trees down, and it just looks kind of ugly. Like this front bit here, for example, it used to be filled up with trees. If you go back to the start of the first episode, it used to be like really overgrown, and now it's just empty and it looks kind of hideous to be honest. Anyway, chicken, we've got ourselves an egg, so that should be that quest complete. Get an egg, we need to get 2 eggs. Of course we need to get 2 eggs. Right, so we'll jump back out here. It looks like our wheat has grown as well, so finally we're actually getting on with this game. I feel that we can just go ahead and not have to worry about getting so much resources, and that's what I felt the problem has been, to be honest. Like, I'm not really playing the game, it's just collecting resources, but now I can get on with just playing. Anyway, let's go ahead and harvest all this, obviously do it the faster way, and let's just go ahead and replant. So I'm probably quite close actually to completing this already. I need more water though, I need quite a bit of water. So hopefully the well has produced plenty for me. So yeah, we've got 4 there, and that looks like the maximum capacity it can hold, which is fine. So what we'll do is we'll very quickly come in here and we'll feed Dory, just so we can get this egg on the go. Don't you fucking dare think about it, Dory. Unlucky. Right, I believe... Oh, no. What? Can I feed you from there? I can feed you from this side, actually, so that's fine. So, Dory's getting fed. Then let's go ahead and replant here. So, let's plant some wheat. Get you on the go. Get you on the go there as well. And then finally, get you on the go there too. So, that is us all good in the hood. So let's jump back into here. So harvest time, how many? We've only harvested 3, even though we got more than 3 wheat. It must just be harvest 10 seed beds, it seems like. So that's going to take a while, but we'll work on that throughout this whole episodes. We should have some more iron ingots now. Yep, we do have 1 more, which is good. So I'll go ahead and drop that into my inventory. We probably need to make a chest soon as well, actually. So that's definitely a shout. I need jugs, actually. That's really what I need. So we'll stop the glowing embers for the time being. Then let's go ahead and start creating jugs, which we have. I think we need 1 more. Oh no, I think we're good, actually. I think we have 1 in our inventory. We're creating 4 more there, so we should be good. Let's go ahead and get more nails on the go. So that worked there, which is good, but we need a lot of nails for this cooking table. Now my next worry is, I think we're going to need another hut. I really do think we're going to need another hut. So let's go in here to construction, hut of branches, and to be honest, the resources aren't actually that bad for it. You do need 50 palm leaves, which is a lot, and I only have 10. But rope, I can create 7 rope very easily. Sticks are easy to get and logs are easy to get, so I'm going to go ahead and work towards this right now. Right, so I've done some more resource gathering. Probably don't have enough though, but I want to go ahead and get some of these quests completed. So let's go ahead and get the egg off a chicken, and that should be 1 quest complete, which is good. So get an egg, which is nice. Next one, harvest time. Let's go ahead and work more towards this. So wheat. Let's go ahead and harvest all of yous. Let's go ahead and pick all that up. As you can see there was like 5 wheat at least on the floor there. So I don't know why it's only going up. It's just done by seed beds, it looks like. And it'd be really good going forward if there's a universal way to go ahead and plant seeds instead of having to do this on every single seed bed. Because imagine if I had like a field of like 40 seed beds, then it's going to take me forever. Like as soon as I'm done planting, then basically you're going to find yourself reharvesting literally. So it's not quite like the Minecraft way I think of seeds is really good actually, where you go ahead and plant, and that works out really well because I think it's very fast to go ahead and plant stuff. I'm having to click on seedbed here, go into plant, go up to wheat and hit select. That's 4 buttons there to go ahead and select wheat to plant. So it takes a very long time, and again harvesting as well isn't too quick. So it'd be good if there was a button going forward which you could just, whatever you were on your hotbar, for example I had seeds on button number 6. If I had number 6 selected, I could go ahead and just spam along seeds. That'd be really good. And there we go, that is me completed harvest time. In the background there's that wheat must have grown, so at least that quest is out the way. Basically what I'm doing now is just going ahead and mining this whole copper rock, literally this whole copper rock. Oh my, I've managed to get a pig, holy shit. I've managed to get a pig, oh my. Like I was just making my way back to camp, right, and then I was like, oh we'll just go ahead and try, because that's what I usually do, I go ahead and try and tame animals, and we managed to get a pig. I don't know what we're going to call you though, we need to go this way as well actually. Thank God I didn't go the other way because it looks like there's lots of monsters that way. But we have a pig as well, so Dory has a friend, and I think I can get you in the pen as well. I think there's enough room. Again, the pen will need extending, but if we're ending the series here today, then I think we'll be fine. I just need to make sure that the pig actually follows me here and makes its way all the way through here to camp. Now, one person asked, why don't I go ahead and open this whole area up? And the reason is I want to have it extra thin so that animals can't really escape, just in case. So, for example, this rabbit here is roaming around, and this rabbit I like it in this area, and I don't want it to leave this area. So, anyway, you need to get in here. I need to close that gate before the chicken gets out, and I literally need to go ahead and set the pig to free roam. That's what I need to do. So that's really why the exit out this enclosed area is quite thin. It's just so that I can go ahead and not lose my animals really. So anyway, I need to get out here guys, and I need you to go to the other part of the pen. So if you could just move that, it'd be wonderful. Alright, there we go, finally. So that's us now got 2 animals, which is pretty cool. If you got any suggestions for the name of the pig, then go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. Anyway, let's go ahead and harvest that wheat. Not really going to plant any more because I don't think we'll need any at this stage. Let's go ahead and create some more copper ingots. We should have more coal though, which is good, so we'll go ahead and grab you. And there's more in the process. Recipes, copper ore. We should be able to make multiple bars now. 2 bars, so we're getting a little bit closer. I think we need 5 bars overall to go ahead and create this crafting, or cooking table, sorry. So I decided to go ahead and create a new hut of branches just because we weren't going to be able to get a crafting and a cooking table in the one hut. So that's that second one built. Going forward I might go ahead and move things around and maybe group them together, because of course we can go ahead and if we jump in here we can go ahead and actually move stuff around, which is really cool. First of all we'd have to move the crafting bench out and then the hut out, but it does work really well. That's the one thing I love about this game, is you can simply go ahead and move stuff. Anyway, I believe that should be us with the necessary resources to go ahead and create this cooking table. So let's go ahead and jump in here. Let's get cooking table and let's build one of you guys. So let's go ahead and rotate this like so, and then let's stick you in there. So you do fit in there. You definitely wouldn't fit in this other hut of branches over here. So that is you on your creation. Then once that is created, we need to go ahead and do one final thing. So we need to go ahead and fry an egg, and we need to go ahead and create bread. So one thing I want to do is go into the Wikipedia or the encyclopedia for this to go ahead and just see how you actually create bread, because I'm not 100% sure. So it can be crafted at a cooking table. Unfortunately, the encyclopedia is a really good tool, but it just lacks some info which I could really do with use. So my guess, obviously bread, it requires a lot of ingredients, not that I can remember them all off the top of my head, but what I do have is I have eggs, I have water, and I have wheat. So is that all I need for bread? I'm hoping so in this game, because if not, then we're going to have to wait a little longer, I guess. I managed to go ahead and feed my chicken again, which I'm going to continue to do just because it's easy. You can't obviously, well, you can't feed your pig. I don't know if that's an obvious thing or not, but obviously pigs do not produce anything. You just kill them and you get good stuff from them. Chickens are a bit different, they obviously produce something. You can't feed pigs though. I thought you'd maybe be able to feed pigs, but you can't, which, fair enough, that is that. But hopefully we'll be able to go ahead and fry an egg really easily. We'll probably need embers or coal, to be honest, actually, so we should probably get some more of that on the go, because we do have the resources now. So let's go ahead and jump into here. We do have a lot of nails. We have 12 nails left over as well, actually, so we can maybe go ahead and extend the pen. I just don't, there's not really much need to extend the pen right now, to be honest. I mean, you two are quite happy in there, so I think that's fine. Anyway, so this is built now, which is good, so let's go ahead and see what we can do. So, can we make bread? We need flour. How do we make flour? Well, we'll probably need more eggs. Let's start off with just a fried egg. That should be very easy, but we need a clay pan or an iron pan. It might actually be the fire, surprisingly, actually. I'm not at all sure. Let's go in here, recipes. And we got a clay pan, yeah, we need 2 more clay. So we very quickly go ahead and get that 2 more clay. Again, it's just this annoying resource gathering, which is just that a little bit frustrating, but it's not going to take too long at all. So that is the 2 clay, which is good to see. So we'll very quickly run back over here. Bonfire. Let's go ahead and create ourselves a clay pan. It's going to take 40 seconds to make. Jesus. People don't understand that I'm making a video right now and that I need to get rid of these times. Bar that though, let's go ahead and look back into here. So cooking table. What do we need for flour? We need a mortar as well. So, Jesus, I mean to make lots of stuff here. A mortar, I have no idea where that can be made. It's probably the fire as well, I'm guessing. It might be crafting table if we just look in here. Crafting table doesn't really tend to have what I would call resources. It's mainly just like weaponry, I guess you could say. It's not really giving me like useful items like a bowl, for example, or this mortar, which we need to go ahead and create. But that's the clay pan created. Have I got a mortar? I do, but I need 10 more clay, for God's sake. Alright, there we go. So that is me, got 10 clay, just like that. You're fortunate you get to miss that part. So we need to go ahead and create a mortar, I believe it is. So let's go ahead and create that. So that will take a total of 40 seconds, which is good. I just hope I made the right thing there. Yeah, we did. We have a clay pan. So let's go ahead and get our egg on the go. Don't really know what you two are up to there. It looks like that pig was sniffing the chicken. But let's go ahead and fry an egg. So that's going to be quite easy, and that can heal a little bit of food. Let's go ahead and select the clay pan, and let's just create the 1, because I need to keep my resources to go ahead and create myself some bread. So for this, we need to just create 1 loaf of bread, and then we need a fried egg. So that makes sense, to be honest, actually going ahead and creating flour to make the bread. Yep, that does make a lot of sense. So I'm not one exactly that actively cooks, to be honest, if you can't tell that. So I'm not exactly the professional, even though I probably should know more than I do, to be honest. Like, I'm a student, so it's microwave meals pretty much and pizza, so, which I have had pizza the last 2 days before you ask. Anyway, let's go ahead and create flour. So we need to go ahead and create what I would say 2, it looks like 2 flour to go ahead and create this bread. So we'll just wait on this now. I just need to remember to keep feeding Dory. That's like the bottom line. I just need to remember to keep feeding her, because if I don't, then it's sort of a waste. And it'd be really good if, like, well, obviously a pig and a chicken aren't going to have sex, but it'd be good if you could go ahead and like reproduce animals. That sort of does happen in Minecraft, where you give wheat to, say, chickens, for example. You'll give wheat to 2 chickens. Now, chickens in Minecraft don't have a gender, but if you give it to 2 of them, they'll go together for a bit, and then they'll end up producing a wee hen, which that'd be quite nice if we could do something like this in this game going forward. I realise the game's not at this stage yet, but that would just mean that instead of me going out and hunting for another animal, which is probably what I'm going to have to do to go ahead and get more eggs at a faster rate, I could go ahead and just reproduce. So it would make my life a lot easier anyway. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't take long to create eggs, but like, for example, this isn't a quest, but one of the things for the next level is to go ahead and create 5 flour. And to create 5 flour, that is just like, it's a bit of a long process, I guess, which could really be shortened down. Anyway, so we've just about got our 2 flour now, which is good. and we can hopefully go ahead and create the bread, and then what we'll do is we'll wrap this episode up here. So back to cooking table, back to recipes, bread, we can create it, let's get this done. And with that done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this episode up here of Force of Nature. So hope you have enjoyed it. This series has been, I have enjoyed playing parts of it. I've enjoyed the creating side, but I feel that I've just spent so much time collecting resources. Like, I've probably played about 3 hours of this game, but you've only seen about an hour and a half of it. Because in that other hour and a half, I have literally just collected resources, which isn't the most enjoyable thing to do, if I'm totally honest. You also have to worry about stamina on the food. Like, I'm pretty much out of food now, just because of collecting resources. Like, I have no coconuts, no bananas, I have some strawberries, I have a bit of meat actually, and I have some apples, but literally I really don't have that much, to be honest. So it's something that it's one thing that I didn't really enjoy too much about this game, was going ahead and collecting the resources. So overall on the YouTube channel, it's gone down okay. I would have liked to see it going down better. Like, Airline, Tycoon and Transport Fever did much better. But this game, I was hoping well for this game, but it just didn't really, in the first 2 episodes it didn't really take off, and that's what another reason sort of why it's ending early. Anyway, that's me completing that quest. So my next thing is to get the new level, but for that I need to go ahead and get like loads of flour and loads of water, which I can't really be bothered doing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up here. So unless there's a new update within the next week or something, or unless there's a really high demand somehow all of a sudden to go ahead and bring this game back, Force of Nature, then I'm not going to upload this game for another few months until another significant update comes out, which I can get some more enjoyment out of. Overall, it's really not a bad game actually, it just needs quite a bit of work. I guess it is in its early stages, its alpha stages or beta stages or whatever, so it will get there, we just need to go ahead and give it time. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this episode of Force of Nature. Please leave a like, rating, subscribe if you're new around here. That's all for this video. My name is ConflctNerd and I'm out.